Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel, Nick at Nova Adventures. We've not been out on an adventure for a couple of weeks. Last weekend I had the tragic news that a friend of mine passed away. Known him for 38 years, his name is Nick also. We're 2 weeks apart in age and our fathers died in the same year, so we've got quite a connection. I said I've known him for 38 years, which is a long time. So this weekend goes out to Nick, and we'll see you up on the other side, mate. Save us a space. We'll all be back in school in class together again someday. So we are heading down to Pembrokeshire, hoping to stay overnight and also test out the Chinese diesel heater that I have in a box. Now some people agree with that, some people don't. Up to you. You know, each to their own. So anyway, we're going to get on the road, we're going to get down the road, and we're going to be on the road. So let's go. Okay, as you see, we have arrived in Pembrokeshire and the weather is a bit cold today, but at least it's dry. So hopefully this is our park up, and that's our view tonight out there. And there's more cars arriving. There's a big car park there. And of course, there's Nova. And then if I just pan round to my right, up over on that hill, just past where that car is now, is RAF Manor. Yep, there is an RAF testing station in Pembrokeshire, and that is it. So we're going to have some lunch now, and then we're going to walk to our first real destination. What a view. So it is the 25th of November 2023, just about 3 o'clock, and that in the distance over there is Coldy Island. There's a lighthouse on there as well. We will come back and have a look at that, but for now we are going back up the coastal path, and it is freezing while it's fairly well, it's dry and has been sunny. It's not the warmest of days, but we'll take dry above rain any day. So anyway, we are walking, as I said, along the Pembrokeshire National Park coastal path, and if you walk with me just for a couple of seconds, stunning. It's like a mill pond out there tonight, or this afternoon I should say. There is a youth hostel just over there, and of course that's where Nova is, just by that. The RAF Manor up on that headland there, restricted area. So if you've got a drone, you probably won't be allowed to fly it here. But we are heading down to that cove down there, and down to that rock by there. So here we are now, the other side. So that rock there is called Church Door, and this is known locally as Church Door Cove. So we've now got to go down these steps and down some metal steps, and then we will find out what it is at the bottom. I know there is a beach, so let's go. I'll count the number of steps and we'll give you a sit ref at the bottom. At the bottom of 140 steps, so another 140 to go back up, 280. God, that was quick maths, fair play. So I'm not alone, there are a couple of guys here, but this is the view that you get from what can be the furthest side of the cove for now. Not sure what the tide is doing today, but that's the church door there. We'll try and get a better view of that for you. So there we are. That is the church door in all its glory. There's another one over by St Govan's Chapel. They call that the Green Bridge. Amazing to think how long that rock has been like that. So we now have the cove to ourselves. There's the steps that we just climbed down. As I said, the weather is absolutely stunning today, but my hands are freezing. So if we get to stay here tonight, that diesel heater is going to come in so handy. So there we are. There is the church door for you. Well worth a visit. Amazing what you find. That just jumped out at me on the rock. It is a yellow leaf in the shape of a heart, believe it or not. Wow.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love.
So we've walked a little bit down the old coastal path, and as you can see, we found another beach. We are standing on an outcrop of rock, which you will have a photo. We are still trying to get to our next destination, but as usual, we've taken a bit of a detour. And I'll tell you what, it's sure worth it. What a place.
Always lost about something. Who knows if I can find a track that could lead me back to those days when we were happy. We said we would never give up. I feel so lost and confused. Tell me.
So, having passed and taken a few photos of the priest's nose, we now bring you to a Neolithic burial chamber, which if you've been on the channel, you see we've done 4 in Pembrokeshire already. So this is number 5, and that is the view over the Pembrokeshire Bay. And if I pan round, coming into the cove here of Manabir Castle just up there, and if you see that little sticky out rock there, that's where we're heading. So this is known as the King's Quoit, Quoit, which I think is just another name for a burial chamber. It looks like it's fallen. The support stone at the front has fallen. Here we are, we've arrived. We've got goose pimples. You'll have some photos of this as well. So that cupping stone there would have been further straight up. As you see, the stone there that would be propping that up has fallen out, so that would have been further upright. And again, we'll just have a pan round for you to have a 360 view. There we are, and in there would have been the actual burial chamber. I'm not sure if this one would have been underground. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find out the history of it, but it is Neolithic, approximately 5,000 years old, and these are dotted around Pembrokeshire, everywhere really, but so many in this area. And then under here, just go inside, that would have been the actual chamber. And what a view. What a place to have a burial chamber. The one with the best view that I've come to so far. The others have been special, but this one tops them all. So we are going to head back to Nova now, along there to the beach and then up the road and go a different way. So that's it for today. We might have some photos or video of where I've parked up and supper, but we do that normally anyway, so we might leave that out. So there you are, the King's Quoit on the coast of Pembrokeshire.
Another season we leave behind, another story that's got me blind. Got only you on my mind. I couldn't face what I couldn't find. Just need to know I need peace of mind. Where are you now? Even though I won't believe it, the truth is a lie. We are here.
Just made another quick detour. I think my channel should be called Nick's Detour Adventures, because I was meant to be heading back to Nova, but thought, nah, sod it. We'd come for a quick walk to Manorbier Beach, and we hopefully are coming here tomorrow to find some sea glass and a couple of places to visit on the way home as well tomorrow. So I'm not sure of the weather tomorrow, but I guess we'll find out when we wake up. So there we are, guys, 360 hand round of Manorbier Beach. So there we have it, supper finally ready. What a friggin' disaster that was. We lost some of our rice, fajita chicken on the floor. We've eaten one of the garlic bread slices, but we have some 0% alcohol shandy. So as I said, my mate Nick, who passed away last week, think it is affecting me a lot more than what I first thought it was. Not even sure I want to stay overnight now, but we'll see. I've got the diesel heater set up ready to go. Haven't switched it on just yet, but that might play a bit of me being a bit I don't know how to explain it, just not wanting to be here at the moment, as in Nova. So yeah, anyway, we'll see. I'll let you know whether we stay or not. So I'm going to enjoy some food of what I have left. Burda pal, good morning all. So it is Sunday the 26th of November and the time is 9:30. Well, what can I say? A crap night's sleep. I look like a panda bear. So I'm not going to appear on camera. Well, not close up anyway. Yeah, didn't sleep well. It got a bit windy here last night. And yeah, it's the first night out in Nova for a long time. So that was on my mind. But I'll show you the view. You can just see Caldy Island to the left up there. But yeah, I think we'll try for some breakfast. And then we'll get off to our first Sunday destination. I'll not tell you what that is until we get there. We will go for a walk just down the other side of the bay, the cove where we are now, because we went right and we're going to go left now and see what's down that way. Okay, so I'm going to cook some breakfast, have a much needed cup of coffee. Yeah. So that is my view this morning, Caldy Island. Just going to do a bit of housekeeping and pack the diesel heater away, which was really good last night. We've got a small leak, but I know where that's coming from. looks like the pipe that goes into the fuel pump, so we'll get that done next week. So there's Nova. If I pan out a bit, nobody else here. Just us. And we got it sideways, but we did get stuck last night. Right, I'll try and get on camera. There's somebody walking towards me now, so right, okay, time to get the housekeeping done also. There we are, another one done. As I say, Coldy Island in the background over there, and of course my little Nova there. So we are all alone. So I look a bit like a panda this morning because I didn't get a very good night's sleep. There we are. But weather's dry for now. We'll try and make some breakfast, and then we'll be on our way for a walk just down over, sort of over that way. No, that way. Right, coffee and breakfast time. As you can see, we are also cooking the ridge monkey and the fast boil on the go, and there we are, Nova looking a bit tidier than she did earlier. And then what a view to cook, marvelous. And this gas, I don't know, if anybody knows a better way of cooking in the winter, let me know. I have a butane propane mix last night, and even that struggled, so I had to use the Coleman and a little single burner. We ended up with our food on the floor. See a bit of it down by there. We recovered it, not off the floor, but what was left in the NJT, and we ended up having supper, but was a bit stressful. So any other way of cooking with whatever, let me know in the comments, be much appreciated. And there we have it, the usual Mr. Grumpy mug. Breakfast is finally served. What have we got? We've got egg and bacon on some nice malted loaf, and our view, of course, once again, Coldy Island. And you can just see in the centre there a sandbank. You can visit Coldy Island. There is a monastery on there with monks. They make all sorts of things like soaps and things, natural products like that, to obviously make their living. So that's Coldy Island. In the summer, I think the boats go from Tenby. I might be wrong, but check that out. I'm not sure the price, but it's on my list to go one day. So there we are. We are going to enjoy our breakfast and then go for a small walk. So as you see, we are on, now I've got to concentrate, we are on a stack of rock right on the edge of the Pembrokeshire coastline. You can see what we call a bridge there. There's another one just beyond it, and there's one in the distance over there. And if I pan round, Coldy Island's a bit closer over there. You can't imagine how high we are, but you will have a couple of photos. And if I try and walk over to this side of the rock carefully, you can see there are many caves around this part of Pembrokeshire, and it is quite famous for abseiling and rock climbing. Not for me. I don't like heights. Which is a bit of a contradiction of terms, really, considering where I'm stood at this present moment in time. I'm just glad that it isn't that windy. So over there is a lump of concrete which would have been something to do with the RAF base at Manorbier. We're not too far away from Castle Martin either, which is another live firing range in the heart of West Wales. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now, and we are going to go for a bit more of a walk to my left and see if we can get on to some of these beaches that you see there. What a surprise. We went down to that little beach just before the tide turned, and we managed to find some sea glass as well. So to my right hand side, just there, that's where we were parked. So remember that motto, guys: if you leave a mess, you'll spoil it for the rest. And bar the dry spot that is there, you wouldn't know we've been there. Anyway, on to hopefully our next destination, and then we're going to call somewhere on the way home for some lunch and a cup of coffee, and that will be the first winter one done. Sorry about the mist, the camera lens is a bit steamed up. So as you know, if you've been following the channel and you're a subscriber, or you've happened to jump on it, I don't like bridges. So this is known as the 8 Arch Bridge. For obvious reasons, there are 8 arches, but it's still a bridge, and we've got to cross it to get to our destination. Oh joy. Here we go then. Let's cross the 8 Arch Bridge. Right, here we are then. Second destination of today as such. This one in the middle of a field, shared with some sheep. This is known as Devil's Quoit, which is a standing stone. There it is in all its glory. Or not. You know, you see some of these in fields and you think they're standing stones. Well, they are, but they're what's called scratching stones. But this is actually called a quoit, and that is it. 360-degree view of the Devil's Quoit. And is it me? It's not a kids channel. This is not made for kids. But does that not look a bit rude? I wonder what it could be. I'll leave that for you lot to have a think and a giggle. Anyway, Devil's Quoit. Nice seeing you. Bye for now. So you would have seen now that we've been to a quoit, Devil's Quoit, and now on the way home we have popped for a quick cup of coffee and a nice chocolate bar with that view of Carew Castle. So that's where we are now before heading home. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one. It's been a bit emotional, as I said last week, a week today. I lost my best friend of 38 years, Nick, and this one's dedicated to him. Although he never came out in Nova, he knew a lot about Nova. He loved what I did with her, and we were going to arrange sort of a day out to have something to eat, but unfortunately that never materialized. But I'm sure he's up there looking down on this one this weekend. So Nick, mate, save us a seat. We'll see you soon, and this one's for you.